Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to introduce the application that I'm building called Upskill AI. Upskill AI is going to be your AI-empowered continuous learning app. So why I'm building this app? For anyone working in the tech industry, there's one harsh reality that everyone got to learn this year. It is our jobs in tech are not secure. This is a screenshot from our website layoffs.fyi, and it shows there are waves of layoffs and companies, no matter it's large, big companies or startups, are going through a lot of layoffs. Also, there's a lot of buzz about AI. AI creates even greater need for upskilling because the employers would require employees to have more skills that match with the ever-evolving automation and more technologies. However, everyone knows continuous learning is so important. At every post on the impact of AI or how should we overcome the potential risk of layoff, I always see continuous learning pops up a lot. However, it is not easy. Here are just a few factors why that is the case. First, unlike learning in a degree program full-time at school, continuous learning while on the job is very difficult to measure immediate return. For example, if you are a data analyst learning Python, you might not able to apply Python immediately at work. So while learning through Python, you are basically learning at your own time, and it requires a lot of patience and persistence. Second, it's so easy to forget the language knowledge. So unlike classes at school, which would last for one semester, and during the semester, you might have quizzes, exams, and all other sorts of activities that help you repeat the knowledge. While learning at your own time, let's say if you take a Coursera or Udemy class, and you just maybe have some sort of exam or quiz after the class, but that is really short. Maybe you can finish just in a few weeks or at most a few months. And after a while, you might forget the knowledge if we are not able to apply this knowledge at the real setting. Last one is distraction in life. We all know, not only the social medias, which provide immediate gratification, but also some other things might take priorities in life. But the baseline is we all want to upskill, even by just 1% every day. But if in the long term, 1% every day will reduce significant multiplier than say if we just not learning. So here it actually shows 1% increase every day throughout the whole year. It will be 37.8 times the case if there's no improvement. So here's the solution offered by the Upskill AI app. So the app is going to help you empower your upskilling journey by using generative AI, learning science, gamification, and the power of habit. Well, these are a lot of big words, but in a nutshell, you can think of this as lead code combined with Anki flashcards for tech skill fundamentals and interview questions. So let me explain. Lead code, I think most people know lead code, which is a place where you can practice mostly programming algorithm questions. It has a huge database for all sorts of questions that show up in the previous interviews. However, lead code focuses only on data structure and algorithms, especially for the data science, data engineer, or machine learning engineers, they need to find some other resources for the interview preparation. And also on the lead code alone, you cannot easily review the questions you've previously completed. Anki deck is sort of more like a flashcard, but people like it because it has a space reputation built inside it. You can build your unstudied cards and find the keywords that you want to memorize, and then using the review and Anki will help you retain the knowledge better based on the memory curve. So combining these two and having a focus on the tech skill fundamental and interview questions, I believe will create a lot of more value for the target users. And also, this app has a unique feature called star framework. This star is different from the star framework as we know for the behavioral questions. But what is a star here? So the first S means solve problems. So just like any other mock interview or quiz app, here you are able to practice skills by solving mock interview style quizzes recommended by the system. And those questions come from two sources. The first one is I build a lot of data pipelines to collect those data from a lot of open online sources. And that initially will consist of most of the question bank. And the second part is a question contributed by other learners, such like you. So in the end, this question database will function as a Wikipedia. It's community driven, and throughout the time, while more people use it, and the database will able to track the statistics and update the questions itself using AI. So this way, it will able to recommend you the problems that predicts most relevant and important for you to solve. The second one is tag learnings. So this is also backed by a lot of research that in order for you to actually learn something, one best method is to come up with a question by yourself. For example, if you learn some concepts as a class, instead of just memorizing a lot of notes, you can think from the professor's perspective, what kind of quiz questions are they going to put on the exam? So this is where the idea comes from, where you can create your own question and your answer, and also the system will provide you the AI feedback. And the most unique feature is that you can tag the created questions and have them added to the personalized notebook for later reviews. For example, you can have the tag for AWS if you are preparing for the AWS certificates. And you can, at work, maybe you are learning Python, using Python. You can also have a tag Python if you just want to review Python-related questions later. The third one is called accomplishments. At this session, you are able to track the learning progress and visualize gap towards the goals that you set in the system. And the last one is review problem. This is the part where it functions like an Anki deck. It will help you review the problems in the flashcard format and recommend those questions based on space repetition, not only on your own individual memory, but also how other people answered this question. So the idea is that if a question is considered as important and not very well answered by other students, that means this question is more important. So who are the target users and why they might use this application? So on the left, it's a Venn diagram showing the needs of continuous learning between students and working professionals. One part in common is they all need to do some interviews at some point of their life. And for students, they most of the time are occupied by school classes. And for working professionals, we might do continuous learning from places like Udemy and Coursera classes. And also for people who are listening, probably you are in the OMSCS program. So part-time degrees is also a part of continuous learning. And also practical skills is something that we learn at job or from a blog, and we want to track them so that we can memorize them. So this app will be ideal for cases like the following. Let's say I know and I learned some machine learning skills back in grad school, but I haven't used that for a while. I want to evaluate my current machine learning skills so I can know what other resources and courses I should take to next. The second case is if I have upcoming technical interviews and I want to prepare that efficiently. Third case is if I'm taking a human-computer interaction courses that have a lot of concepts, and I can create questions added to the notebook in the app and then review it as a flashcard in order to prepare for the final exams. And the last one is at work, I might learn a new SQL function from other people's code, or or maybe I stuck at some problem and then find something useful. I also want to take a note there so that I can better memorize that. Then let's see a live demo of the current app. So here is the current version of the app running locally. So as you can see here, the 4 tabs here is the star framework. The first one is solve problems. This is very straightforward. It will select the questions from the database, and users are able to type their answer on the screen. For example, what is lateral view in SQL? I can say it helps with expand the items in an array column into different rows. Once you are done, you can click submit button and it will run the chat GPT and give you some feedback. For example, here I got a score 5 out of 10. Chat GPT tell me it's too short, so maybe I can add more information. And also, if I feel this question is important and relevant, I can also put some tag here and use a slider button here to kind of like a reminder for myself. And once done, I can click looks good, add to my notebook. And the second tab here is called tag learning. So here I'm able to tag anything that I just learned, say from a technical interview or online course. So let's say the question is, what if left join in SQL? And my answer here is left join keeps the records in the left table and join the matched records from the right table. So I would answer this question just as if I am asked this question in a real interview. I also put a tag here. This is related with SQL, and also this is to pick up which scale. And the tag I can say this is from a real interview, and also it's very practical knowledge. Let's keep this session as default and show me some feedback. Also got the 5 here. So actually ChatGPT thinks I need more details. Yeah, which makes sense because you are not just going to answer in just one sentence in the real interview. Let's say I'm okay with my answer and I can click looks good. Let's add to my notebook. And beforehand, actually, I can also change my or update my answer based on this feedback. And until I'm satisfied, to click this button. So yeah, it's already added. So the third part is do a work in progress. And the idea is that accomplishment, because a problem for continuous learning is that we are not able to visualize the progress, and it's so easy to get dismotivated and distracted. So here is actually like how, the fitness application or Apple Watch track how many works or activities you did throughout the day. Here is also about how many problems you solved, reviewed, and even give you a quantified measure of the skill levels that you improved over time, based on the average of the scores provided by ChatGPT. And this session under details is where you can find all your activity data in a table. And also you can easily click this button here to download your data as a CSV file. So this way user will have the guarantee and knowing that anything they work on at this app, they are going to earn this data by easily exporting the data out to their desired need. The last one is review problems. And this one is also very straightforward. Here I already tracked and solved 4 questions. So I can click on randomly draw a question. What is graph in Unix? And I think this is something I use a lot at work, but sometimes I need to review that because sometimes I just forgot what it means. So I have this question and I think for a few seconds, and then I click show answer. And it will provide me the answer that my latest answer, and also the AI's suggested answer. So this way, you can see I'm not just showing the AI's answer as the correct answer, because I believe lots of the questions are open-ended, especially the questions related with product management or real case scenarios. So this way, by showing the user's own answer and also the AI's answer as a suggestion, it helps the user to learn much better, instead of just showing them what is correct and what is not correct. Because in the end, I think this app is just helping the users to learn efficiently, not as the judges. AI is not a judge to say you are correct or wrong. Yeah, with that, that is all the current update of the Upskill app. Thank you very much for listening.